Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Blockchain Brunch every Wednesday at 10:30 Central, but we're actually starting a little early. My name is Emily. Everybody knows me as the Crypto Recruiter, and I've been doing this for 6 years, 10 years in recruiting in general. What else can I tell you? I don't know. I got to write a formal intro here. But I'm here to help. So right now, my plan, and this could change throughout the live, my plan is to help you guys with your resumes and your LinkedIn profile. Here is my thing. Everybody has a career story, right? All of us. We all have a story behind our career, but you don't get to tell that story. A piece of paper does it for you. So let's make sure you're sending the right message. If you would like to volunteer your resume, or we don't have to show it publicly, or volunteer your LinkedIn profile, send me a DM on Telegram at the Crypto Recruiter, always be branding. And we can go through that today. Also here to answer questions about pain points. So if you have a specific challenge, drop a note in the comments and let's get to the bottom of it. Trevor is not joining me today. I know that's very disappointing. We will miss him, but he's got an event with the Blockchain Boston Association. I'm so proud. So it's just me, but I promise you're in good hands. But I'd love to say hello to you guys. Give me a GM, say hello in the chat. Let me know you're here. I'm fine to talk by myself though, apparently. Sometimes I have to do that. I'm actually very nervous. I don't know if you guys know this. I get very nervous for these events because I just want to do right by you guys. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure I'm giving good advice, things that I've learned over the last 6 years. And I want you guys to have fun. So anyway, nerve-wracking. Hey, Amy, good to see you here. Welcome back. Amy and I met on TikTok last night. That was fun. We were live on TikTok for about 3 hours. That's the other thing, guys. If you need something and I haven't responded to your DMs, join me on TikTok. I'm there most of the time. Shayna, hello. Torsten, it was good to see you in the call yesterday. Thanks for joining. Shayna, how are you? Zani, good morning. Good morning. Mohammed, good morning. There you guys are. I knew you were here. Yeah, TikTok's been a lot of fun. I did a post recently. I just think it's like incredibly refreshing. It's like LinkedIn. Yiddy, good morning. It's like LinkedIn back in 2020. Everybody's still new to the platform, kind of figuring it out, snuffing each other out. But I've made a lot of really good friends, and there's like unbelievable support on TikTok. Don't get me wrong. I'm in TikTok jail. I only get I have 5 followers, but that's okay. We're not here to be an influencer. We're here to make an impact. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. Maturad Yadio, I'm so sorry. Good morning. Rizwan, good morning. Guys, don't forget to drop your questions in the chat. Pain points, curiosities. Let's talk about it, right? This is your time. Oh, Shayna, yes. Where is the coffee? The coffee cup that is bigger than my head, which someone pointed out to me, and it made me very sad because I have a small face, but that's fine. That's fine. Zachary, Mr. 589CF, here to find an employer. Love it. Tell me a little bit about you, Zachary, I apologize. This is also a great time. This is a great time to shill yourself. We're going to get quite a few people in the audience, so leave a comment. Tell me about you. And who knows who's going to see it. Also, why are my comments not on the screen? Submitted my resume and LinkedIn for roasting last night. Amy, where did you submit those? Seriously, why can't I put comments on the screen? Is that like not a thing anymore? Huh. How do you guys like this layout versus the wide layout? Is this a good layout, or would you prefer we do the wide? I just don't know how it looks on LinkedIn Live. Obviously, I don't come to a lot of them. All right, I got to switch back to, it's so interesting because usually the comments are on the screen. Oh, Amy, the Crypto Recruiter site. Perfect. Danielle, our candidate experience manager, she is a goddess. I don't know how I would do this without her. Danielle, if you're in the audience, mwah, thank you, my love. So Amy, Danielle will get back to you as soon as possible. Shayna, smile to you, my friend. There's a form I fill. Yes, that is so the Crypto Recruiters inbox over in the last 24 hours. Last 12 hours since we checked our email. We've got 24 inbounds, so I've got to get through those. Danielle has to get through those, so we'll get those. Hard to see messages in this layout. Good to know. Thank you for the feedback. I'm a systems translator. I've helped 50 plus. Okay, hold on. I got to scroll back. I'm a crypto onboarding specialist. I specialize in entry level, like your entry level, or you're working with entry level crypto enthusiasts. I've helped 50 people since 2020. Fabulous. Congratulations. Thank you for making an impact. I am a systems, Shayna, I'm a systems translator. I'm really struggling today. This is why we need Trevor. Web3, AI love connecting with people. So hi. Torsten. Hi, Nicola. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Marketing content specialist with 3 years in Web3 and 10 years in communication, journalism, and editing. Currently building a smart Bitcoin savings platform and looking for part-time gigs. Love it. Not a ton of part-time gigs in crypto, at least that I've been found, that I have found. My clients mainly come to me for full-time roles, but hey, I'm sure those gigs are out there. Working with entry level. Oh, very cool, Zach. I think that's awesome. Are you creating content? Nicola, what do you do? Oh my gosh, great question. So for everybody that doesn't know, hi, my name is Emily. I'm the crypto recruiter. I help people find crypto jobs and I help my clients staff their team. So twice a week, I have a link in my calendar, the book an appointment at the top of my profile. Twice a week, I have group calls. If you've got any specific questions about the crypto space, pain points, direction, I can definitely help you there. So feel free to join one of my calls. It's free. And if you'd like more one-on-one support, we've got some options there as well. Am I in the UK? Nope, I am in Chicago. Do I have a UK accent? I don't think so. I think I have more of a Chicago accent. Oh, Shayna, thank you so much for sending me that photo. This is what it looks like. Okay, that's not bad. That's not a bad view. That's a terrible picture, but thank you so much for sending. I love when like my computer freezes and it freezes like, and it's like, oh, great, lovely. LinkedIn user, I'm so sorry. Your profile might not be public. Let me pop open a LinkedIn and see if I can find your comment. Because I'm assuming you're either Jess or Michael or Terrence. Let's see. Mute that. Aviva, I was wrong on all fronts. Hello, Aviva. It's good to see you here. Zach, I've got almost 10 years of experience in the space. I love that. There's a gentleman on TikTok. I know I'm like obsessing over TikTok. It's just so much fun. I'm having fun with it. There's an individual called Web3 Glossary on TikTok. I've had a lot of fun meeting with him. So I would reach out to him and see if there's a way to partner. In Chicago. Yes, I am in Chicago. Trevor, good morning. No, Shayna, it's fine. It's fine. I'm all about the ugly photos. Shangzi, I apologize for butchering your name. Hello. Guys, like it says at the banner above, feel free to send me your resume. Feel free to tag your LinkedIn. I will help you. I'm getting some telegrams. Let me see. Again, guys, sorry. Hi, friend. Let me look at who you are. Yes, Aviva. Okay, that's you again. Mohammed, thank you for the link. I don't know what that is, but thank you for sharing. Okay, let me check my Telegram. Ooh, side note. Opera browser has like changed my life. It's got these little widgets on the left for ChatGPT, WhatsApp, Telegram, TikTok. It's like an incredible resource for me. I don't have to have all the tabs open anymore. Sheriff Mohammed, Looking for a growth hacking role. Do you want me to share your resume on screen? Actually, I'm not going to be able to share your resume on screen because of the way I have it set up. Lesson learned. But if you'd like feedback, let me know, and everybody can apply the same feedback to their profile. Can you message me that account so I could reach out to them? Sure. It is Web3, the number, glossary. Web3 glossary. No clicking on links. No clicking on links. It was so interesting. So a really good friend of mine DM'd me in a panic yesterday. And he was like, Emily, I'm getting scammed by this guy. And this guy was actually my client. And so I was like, wait a second, hold on. I know this guy. He's a good guy. What's going on? And my client had been hacked and sending out Zoom links to people underneath. Scammers were sending out Zoom links underneath my client's Telegram that were downloading malware, which is like not unheard of, but just surprising. Well, 1 second, guys. My eye is watering for whatever reason. Yes, Web3 glossary. I think it's spaces though. Web space 3 space glossary. Can you please review my LinkedIn and give me feedback on how I can improve? Absolutely. Let me just, Mohammed had reached out first. Okay. So Mohammed, the first thing I'm noticing is your resume says Naveed, application doc PDF. It doesn't appear, Naveed doesn't appear to be your name. It appears to be your middle name. So I would always label your resume your full name. Why, might you ask? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Outlook is what I use. I don't know about Google, but on Outlook, if I search somebody's name, it's going to pop up attachments that have that name on there. So my thought is if you want something, make it as easy as possible for that person to give it to you. So if you want the job and they want to offer the job, they're going to search your name in their email. And if your resume comes up, they've got your phone number, right? They can call you. Even better, make sure in your email signature, you've got your name, your phone number, your email, and ideally LinkedIn link, but a lot of people aren't going to click on that link. But anyway, just checking for extra comments before I move on to Mohammed. Shingzi, yes, absolutely. We're going to go over Mohammed, and then I will definitely go over yours. I'm going to try to screen share. Mohammed, can you DM me on Telegram if that's okay for me to screen share your resume before I do? I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to try. I don't think. Mohammed, if you're still here, don't forget about that DM for permission or not permission. Either or is fine. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Let me just pull this up. It's weird that opens up in like a print setting. Okay. I'm just a potato. Moving on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Sending that call to voicemail. All right. Let's see if this works. I need all of your feedback. Interesting. Upload a file. I don't know what's happening, but we're getting it done. Add to stage. Ooh, how does that look, guys? Does that look good? Can you guys see that? Please send feedback. I wonder, can I even make this? Oh, hello. Let me know if you can see that. Waiting for the comments. Can I like zoom in any further? No. Okay. Everybody's sending me their links, but can you see my screen? Is it readable? I sent Web3 a message. Let's go. Love it. To the moon. Okay. Not bad, a little small, but readable. Okay, beautiful. We can get to Holy Vertical Video Batman. I'm hyped this morning, as you can see. If it's ATS, but it's hard to read. Okay, so fully understand, hard to read. I can't do anything about it. So we're just going to go over really quickly. So at the very top, you've got your full name. Beautiful. You've got your location, your phone number, your email, your LinkedIn, Google Scholar. Very interesting. Summary. So passionate about AI, machine learning, and data science. I've delved into blockchain, contributing through research and hackathons. So one, we never want to use the word I in a resume. So let's take that out. What you really want to do is in the summary, you want to put, here's what I am, here's how many years of experience I have, and here's what I want to do. So you, my friend, I'm looking at your resume. I don't see any titles on here. Am I a potato? I don't see any titles. Oh, research fellow. Here I see. Okay. Research. This resume is a little confusing. So we really need to streamline it a little bit. It needs to be summary, experience. It's hard to kind of read what's going on. So remote project, remote. Yeah. So I want you to clean this up a little bit. Research experience and internship is fine, but we need more meat and potatoes here. I don't fully understand what it is you're accomplishing. Oh, you've got dates on the right, 3 years, 2022 to present. So you don't have to put 3 years. You can just put 2022 to present, but I would have moved that all on the right-hand side. Scooch that over so it's a little more easy to read. Publications, intellectual property. So what's interesting is you linked Mayo Clinic, but you didn't link your publications. I might link your publications. Also, Zachary, thank you for following me on TikTok. Get ready for some mortifying videos because I think it's fun. I would link all these documents, projects. Okay, so your resume is just far too broken up. You want it to be experience, and then you want it to be publications, awards and certifications, technical skills. Not bad. I also love that you have the rating off it, but what I'd like to send to you is these documents. I'm going to send it right now. Hold on. I'm going to send you our resume template, and then I'm going to screen share our resume template really quickly. I actually need to update this. Show all files. Candidate resources. I've got this saved on my computer, so give me uno momento. I can't message first. Really? You can't message first on Telegram? What's your Telegram handle? Let me see if I can share. Hold on. We're getting there. We are getting there. Oh, I think I can only show PDFs. Correct. All right. Hold on 1 second, guys. Please hold. I have this in a Word version so you guys can edit it yourself, but I guess we need to save it as a PDF. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Open file, save as PDF. Save. Okay, there we go. Let me close out of that. Get back to the platform. Move. We got to make this smoother, guys. Sorry about that. Show all files. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on 1 second. Here we go. Resume template. So there's a couple things you'll notice about this resume, and I've been working on this template for 10 years. I'm going to update it again, but this is the template that I get the most responses from my hiring managers. So let's go through it. At the very top, name. Some people don't have their names on their resume. Very important. Contact information. Companies want to call you. Some will email you, but most will call you. Who's calling me on WhatsApp? Highly not okay. Please don't call people that you don't know on WhatsApp. It's weird. So phone number, email, and guys, this shouldn't be like, sexypants25@gmail.com. It needs to be like somewhat of a professional email. So first name, last name, job, career hunt, job application @gmail.com. I wouldn't use Yahoo. I wouldn't use AOL. Those are just going to date you. Accomplishments. Oh, sorry. So at the very top, right? X, Y, and Z title with X, Y, and Z experience. They're calling me again. Okay, sorry. X, Y, and Z. So data analyst with 8 years of experience in the crypto industry. Simple as that. Recruiters are going to read the first page of your resume. The rest of it, they're going to skim it, but not the first page, the first sentence. They're going to skim everything else because you get 3 to 30 seconds to make an impression off a resume. So give them what they want, right up front and center. Who you are, what you do, and how many years of experience. Right underneath that, we need accomplishments. How weird is this? Sorry, I'm just like weird. Accomplishments. So we need to put your top accomplishments, right? We need to tell a company, here's how I'm going to make an impact based off the impact that I've made for other organizations. So these are numbers, these are metrics, these are growth goals, these are things you've learned. Underneath that, you can have a skill box. You don't have to have this. You can absolutely delete this. But I prefer to have, like, especially if you're a dev or in engineering, your tech stack right there. If you're in marketing, you want to have Instagram, TikTok, Discord, X, parentheses, Twitter. And the reason why is people are looking for keywords and using the technologies, technologia, to find your resume online. So whether that's LinkedIn, Indeed, internal database, they're using what's called a Boolean search. It's a little bit hard to explain, but basically, to sum it up, those who have the most of the same keyword, they come up first. So if I'm looking for a marketer that has Discord experience, if you had Discord in there 3 times, you're going to come up at the top of the list. So that's why it's important to repeat keywords. So these accomplishments can actually be repeats of bullet points within your resume. I would tweak it a little bit, but definitely can be repeats. Experience. You can have 2 experiences. So you could have crypto experience at the very top, right? 3 to 30 seconds for someone to make an impression off your resume. So you want your crypto experience to be right up front and center. My goal would be for someone to look at you for 3 seconds and be like, oh my God, this guy's in crypto. I'm going to give him a call. So that's what we want to do there. Underneath the crypto experience, that's where we can put experience or additional experience. And you'll notice on this resume at the very beginning, it's company name. So the very right of company name, it is your dates. Underneath, it is title. Now, here's something that's interesting. Don't tell people I'm telling you this. I mean, yeah, don't tell anybody I'm telling you this. So your job title might not be what you're actually doing, right? So as an example, you may be a executive assistant that's doing a lot of operations. So if your formal title is executive assistant, you have that as your title, add a little dash operations, right? It's not your formal title. You're just expanding on your responsibilities. Bullet points, underneath the bullet points, dashes, and then bolding, bold throughout your resume, bold the things you want the reader to see. The bolding stands out. Is there anything? And then it just repeats. Education at the very bottom of your resume, degree, school, no location, no dates of education. And if you're on LinkedIn and you've got dates on LinkedIn, you know how you add a date? You press select date and then the numbers drop down. There's actually an option at the very top that says select date. Click that option. It'll take the dates off your resume. Off your LinkedIn profile. So that is my template. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope that's been helpful so far. Questions? Anybody have questions? I'm just going through the chat. Guys, my TikTok, my Telegram, not my Instagram, because someone stole it. Whatever. It's a long story. But everything is the Crypto Recruiter or Crypto Recruiter. All right, here's a great question. If you're old, I don't love the word old. If you are tenured, if you have 30 years of experience, people will overlook you. No. So yes and no. Yes and no. One of the things is you probably don't want to put on your resume 30 plus years of experience. I think it's about how you position it. So when you have tenure, you have done a lot of different things. You've seen technology develop. You've seen the if you're a project manager, you saw the transition from waterfall to agile, right? You can bring that knowledge. It gives you multiple viewpoints when you are, when you accept your next role, because you've seen the evolution of technology. So that's what I would lean into, my friend. Oh, Mr. Phillips, wonderful to see you here. I can't wait to talk to you later this week. Lev, hey, Emily, current on my resume, I have summary, education, professional experience, and then skills at the bottom. I think I should change the order. My friend, let's change the order. Summary, summary, skills, professional experience, education. I haven't had an education requirement from a client in a long time. Like over a year, actually. Shanzi, I am texting you back on LinkedIn so you can send me the resume now that you've got access. Did I accidentally, what am I doing here? Oh, okay. This is a completely different window. That's fine. Tenured, love it. Surprised about removing dates, but I get it. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Here's my opinion, right? No one needs to know how old you are, and that should not determine your compensation, your skill level, or your potential, right? Just because someone's 22 doesn't mean they have more potential than a 40-year-old. Tenured. All right, I'm going to take your advice about crypto experience at the top. Love it. What do you do if your project rugged that you worked on for 2 years, so you can't say your project succeeded even if you worked your butt off? I get this question a lot. So the problem is that, I hate to say this. I want to keep it positive, but I also want to keep it real. I have companies that are not interested in people that have been a part of rugs. And I have companies that are interested for two reasons. One, company A, they're like, well, how did this person not know? Company B, well, they learned a really good lesson. So if you're feeling really uncomfortable, or if it was a big deal, I'm not going to name any names, but there was a big deal recently, Kadena. And so what you can do on your resume is you can put confidential and describe the company. You can also put stealth mode and describe the company. And then when it comes up in an interview, I would absolutely be transparent about it. Listen, here's what's happened. Here's what I learned. Here's what will not happen next time, right? Cries. That's so funny. I wish I could see Aviva. Yes, it's Aviva. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we got to be real here. Oh no, my quality is so blurry. That's atrocious. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. How do you feel about adding a 30, 60, 90-day plan? Shauna, to what? Like to your interview? Love it. But I think instead of like, I always think it's positive to come to an interview being prepared and showing your ideas. The problem I have with 30, 60, 90 sometimes is like, what if that's not the direction they want to go? And then you kind of knock yourself out of consideration. If anything, I would make sure you don't present that in the first round interview. I would get to know the job, and I would ask them, how do you define success in the next 6 months? How will you know this person has been successful? And they're going to tell you what success looks like, and then you can put together your 30, 60, 90. But let's talk about something really quickly. Let's talk about assessments. Companies asking people to do these tests, write these case studies, do this project. I'm not happy about it. In fact, anytime my client asks one of my candidates to do that, we have a conversation because I will not let my candidates do free work. And if it's a heavy assessment, it needs to be compensated, but it should not relate to the business. They shouldn't be asking for free work. I'm all aligned with like wanting to see how you work, getting the vibes, understanding your process, but like don't give companies free work, especially if it's after the first interview. I know so many companies that will take a candidate's ideas from the interview and implement them without hiring the candidate. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Free work, not acceptable. I see some 30, 60, 90. I see some job descriptions asking for it these days. Okay, weird. I'm just going to throw that out there. I've worked with over 400. I placed over 400 people. I have, what is that number now? I haven't checked in a long time. It hasn't been my priority. I don't know. If a company has 15 people doing free assessments, what does that mean? So you definitely want to give a little spice. Here's what I'm capable of, but not all the secret sauce. Yeah, if a job description is asking for a 30, 60, 90 without even meeting you, not for me. I wouldn't apply. That's just me. I would not risk that, especially without knowing more about the job. Like, how are you going to put together a 30, 60, 90 if you don't know their goals? I know a company that'll tell you I know a company that tells you they'll pay you per hour and they're like, oh, we'll define an hour as a task. It's weird. Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody has their own risk tolerance, but we are talking about careers. Even though we're in crypto, we're still talking about professional careers. People are still acting professionally. So if a company is not professional, my biggest concern is like, are they going to get funding? If they're not professional, are they going to get funding? So I do think there needs to be a level of professionalism and respect when you're job hunting. And if you're missing that, I wish I could see who's in the audience because I've got a really great example. Okay, I'm going to not use names or information. So I was I was approached by this company that's hiring X, Y, and Z role on a commissioned basis because they haven't raised yet. And I don't usually take these roles on, but I really liked the vibes. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. I get one of my top candidates to interview for this role. And the hiring manager is talking about, I'm not a car person, but like their Maybach, I guess. Like they're all these cars they own, but yet they're pitching someone a commission only role. And it's like, that doesn't quite stack up. So, pro tip to all my hiring managers out there, if you're hiring commission only, I don't know, don't talk about your nice cars. Just me though. That would be my suggestion. I think it sends the wrong message. Let me check LinkedIn for messages. Oh, almost muted myself. Why is my quality so trash? I mean, I look terrible right now. I'm so grateful that 21 of you are here because this looks awful. Hold on. What do I need to disconnect? Hold on. I don't get this. I just spent $800 on internet equipment, and this is what I'm met with. Wonderful. Helpful. Thank you so much. Anybody got any contacts at Xfinity? I would love to have a conversation with them. Please. All right. Let me check Telegram real quick. Okay. Got a couple of resumes. Hold on. Matthew. Oh, perfect. I will see you in the room. Did you have any questions that you wanted to cover? Matthew signed up for one of the free calls, so I'm excited to see you there. Let me know if I can answer anything for you now. Mr. Torsten, let's look at the resume. Okay. So I'm not going to screen share this. Couple things, my friend. Mercury in retrograde. Are you using a? I'm not using a VPN. I am hardwired in. I've got an Ethernet cord. I am hardwired in. I've got. I couldn't even tell you what my bandwidth is right now. It's high. So God knows what's happening. This is why I like TikTok. TikTok, crystal clear. Crystal clear. So Torsten, your picture is on your resume. Take that off. It's an easy way to experience discrimination. You have your birthday, not needed. That's telling me how old you are. Location, perfect. Web3 community and growth strategist, perfect. You're missing your LinkedIn link. Summer looks good, but you're using the word my selection of my published German language and English language articles, as well as photo galleries. Just selection of published, yada, yada. I'm sorry I can't screen share, but no one can see it anyway. So I apologize. Oh, look, the quality has gotten a little bit better. Professional career looks good. Now, here's the one thing. You have 3 jobs that are listed as present. I bet you would kill it at Spaces. I have no reach on Twitter, and people are mean on Twitter. I'm too nice for that. I have too many feelings for Twitter. That's a whole drama, but we won't get into it. So working at 3 companies at once sends a signal to a company. And the signal that you're sending is you're working on a bunch of stuff. So the question becomes, well, does Torsten even want a new job? It also sends, well, Torsten's working on a lot of things. Is he going to have time to pay attention to our jobs? The other thing is, like, are we able to ask Torsten to stop working on his side gigs? So I would pick one. I'm just reading, sorry. Education, good. You've got some good details. Oh, very nice. You've got your signature on your resume. That's a nice touch. I've never seen that before. I actually like that. All right. How much experience should you list on LinkedIn? Your LinkedIn and your resume should almost look exactly alike. People are looking for consistency, right? So I have people that on a resume have experience that's not listed on LinkedIn, and hiring managers are like, why isn't this on LinkedIn? Is this real? So make your resumes look alike. Make sure the dates are all the same. Consistency is key. So the reason that I think they should look the same is you want to come up in the same keyword searches. What do I mean by that? The applicant tracking system versus LinkedIn. If I'm searching my internal database, I want to find the same people that I'm going to find on LinkedIn. One of my thoughts is psychology trick. When you are more familiar with something, you're more comfortable with it. You like it more, right? So a part of, like, one of my giving you all my secrets. So something that I will do for business development. Hey, Victor, I know you're editing this video. After the video, please edit this out. We have a wonderful video editor named Victor, and I just don't want this to be repeated, but I will tell you guys. So here's what I do. If someone doesn't accept my connection request, I withdraw that request, and then 30 days later, I will send it again. And my thought process is, now they've seen my name, my picture, and my tagline twice. The first time they could be like, who is this person? Blah, blah, blah. The second time they could be like, this looks familiar. I wonder how I know her. So pro tip, familiarity and repeating yourself. Hold on one second while I tend to an internal message. Okay, set there. All right, looking at more questions. This is fun, guys. Wow, it's already 11. Okay, we can do this. Shayna, you only want to go back 10 years. Really only want to go back 10 years, because think about it. Is the technology, the processes, the procedures 10 years ago relevant now? Likely no. Like, I mean, let's talk about recruiting for a second. Recruiting has completely changed. Everybody's using AI. In my opinion, what I have specifically changed over the last 10 years is my calls, my screening questions have gotten more in-depth, more thoughtful, and more personal. right? I think as we've grown, culture has become the biggest reason for turnover. So I think that's something that's changed within recruiting. It's not just about skill, it's about potential. So I'll just leave that there. But like industries are changing, job functions are changing. 10 years is fine. On your resume, you can always put additional experience, title, company name, no years, just title, company name, title, company name. That works as well. If you like have a really cool call or a really cool call, a really cool job, or worked at a really cool company that you still want to have on your resume. Hope that helps. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen. Ugh. Sorry. Wait a second. Do I have an overlapping? No. Okay, that's in a half hour. I just had someone join the job search group Zoom. You guys are quiet. Or is my internet lagging? Where did everybody go? I'm here if you need anything. Oh, I've got messages. Hold on one second. Shang Ji's. Can you tell me in the chat how to pronounce your name correctly, please? Looking in the chat. Torsten, okay, thanks. Figured they value if someone had several different work experience. Also, one or two of these gigs don't really take up much of my time. That's why I left them as I completely understand. I completely understand. Here's the thing. And I said this at the beginning, but I'm glad to say it again. You have a career story. The problem is you don't get to tell that story. A piece of paper does it for you. So you have to make sure that the piece of paper that you're submitting sends the right signals, sends the right message. Could you please send me your template in Telegram or here? Oh, hi, Matthew. Thank you for still being here. Yeah, just DM me on Telegram. I'll send it. Oh, I see you right here. Viva, un momento. This is so fun. I love hanging out with you guys. What am I doing? Document. Yeah, if anybody else wants a copy, let me know. Ah, Mr. Kareem, you are so welcome. I'm glad to be here. I mean, this is one, it's fun, spices up my day, but two, it's about helping people. I mean, this is why I do what I do. There's nothing more rewarding than getting that call the day after someone starts their job, or like 3 months after someone starts their dream job, and being like, Emily, thank you so much. It's like, oh, so glad to be a part of the journey. How do we feel about open to work banner? I was recently laid off and waffled on using it. I'm so glad you asked. Do not. The reason is the signal it sends. So when you have an open to work banner, the question is, well, why would they advertise to the world that they're looking for a new job? What happened at their last organization that now they don't have a job, right? The problem is, psychology-wise, the brain just automatically leans towards the negative. People are making negative assumptions. And again, in 3 to 30 seconds, right? So open to work banner, I've had clients specifically say, we don't want anybody that has an open to work banner. So it is always easier to find a job when you have a job. And I know you obviously don't have a job, but I wouldn't advertise in a banner that you're open to work. I think it's absolutely appropriate to have a open to work on the back end of LinkedIn to recruiters. But it's a tough one. And I think, Matthew, I don't know what you do yet. I'm excited to find out. But one of the easiest ways to find a job is to talk to your network. Flattery will get you everywhere. What do I mean by that? If you've ever worked with a group of clients and you were close with those companies, I would reach back out to them and say, hey, I really loved this part about our partnership, about our relationship. If you're ever growing your team, I'd love to be considered. Try it. It works. I promise. Oh, Shana, you're so welcome. Thank you for coming. I hope it was fun. +1 on the resume template. Matthew, absolutely. Telegram me. Yeah, recruiters only. Let's talk about recruiters for a second. When I first started, I was one of 5 crypto recruiters. I was the first woman. Hair flip. And now there's like 1,000 crypto recruiters. I think a lot of companies saw this as an opportunity to make money. I think a lot of these people have no idea what they're talking about. They don't. It's so frustrating to see someone come into the, like, we all start somewhere. That's absolutely fine. But crypto is about passion. And if you're not knowledgeable about the space, if you're not spending 3 hours a day, which, like, my mind is mush at the end of the day, but if you're not spending all this time on Twitter, on Crypto Panic, on Root Data, I mean, all these different platforms to keep up with the industry, you know, I don't understand why you would be a recruiter. There's actually a company, and this is the craziest thing. I'm not upset, a little, but I'm not upset. There's this recruiting firm that popped up out of nowhere, and I looked at all their founding members, and none of them have recruiting experience. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. And the problem is they're reaching out to my candidates, and my candidates are like, and I'm reaching out to my candidates about similar jobs, and my candidates are like, Emily, are you scamming me? Because I just heard about the same job. So it's not great. It's not great out there right now. Anyway, what I'm saying, vet your recruiters, make sure they know what they're talking about, verify, talk to people in the industry. Hey, have you ever worked with Emily before? Oh yeah, she's fabulous. I bet you'll hear that a lot. Second hair flip. Sorry, I'm having a great time over here. Emily, could you kindly accept my connection request? Would love to share something with you after our call. So guys, you can only have 30,000 connections on LinkedIn. I'm running out of space, so I cannot accept everybody's connection requests, but there's a link to book on my calendar if you would like to have a conversation. You can message me on Telegram. But LinkedIn, I'm not able to connect with everybody. I apologize. Lead blockchain engineer, I have a couple leads already. Beautiful, Matthew. Love it. Please send me the template too. Okay, guys. Hold on. Uno momento. What am I looking at? What am I doing? Oh, LinkedIn. All right. However you wish, it will be hard. Cheng. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be offensive. I really want to learn Cheng Ozzy. I would love to learn how to spell your name or how to pronounce your name. I think names are really important. It's your name. It's important. When I first started in recruiting, there's actually a website, howtopronouncenames.com. So anytime I didn't know how to pronounce a name, I would actually Google it and watch a YouTube video. So that way, when I called someone, I could be like, hi, Joe Schmo. And they'd be like, oh my God, you know how to pronounce my name. And it's important. It's your name. Okay, template sent. Are recruiters with less than 10 connections real? No. Any recruiter, no. If they're a recruiter, they're going to start somewhere. And if their first job is in crypto, that's weird. But they should have at least 500 plus connections. There are recruiters out there where I have 2 mutual connections, and they've been doing this for 3 years. That is literally impossible. So anybody that has under 500 connections, that's a recruiter. A recruiter's job is to meet people, to network, and they do that on LinkedIn. So if they're not well networked, they're not usually a real recruiter. If you guys ever need verification, feel free to DM me. I'm happy to let you know what's up. Just looking. Calling me again on WhatsApp. How weird is that? Anyway. All right. Any other questions? We've got 20 minutes. If we could wrap up early, I'd appreciate that so I can prep for my next call. But guys, if you need more support, I am here for you. Book a call. It's free. Literally 2 times a week. I'm doing this. You heard of decentralized science. What do you mean? Book a call. Happy to have a conversation. There are other options like interview prep. If you need a interview prep time where we can talk about interview questions and how to best answer them, that is also a group call. Unfortunately, that is not free. There is also resume audits. I need to edit this meeting. It's not just a resume audit. It's also like full support. I'm also going to be doing I don't know how to do this, but a recruiting best friend package, recruiting BFF package, where I will hold your hand every step of the way, make introductions. You've got full access. Is that something people would be interested in? So is the crypto space hot or not? Main professional staples are remote, remuneration in crypto and yeah, crypto space is hot. What do you mean? DeSci, yes, very familiar with DeSci. I don't do anything in health tech or biotech personally, though. It's just not something I'm passionate about. I like the financial services side and the technologia side more. Does anybody get that joke when I do that? If you don't get that joke, I'll stop doing it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming to my live. It was great to have you here. I will be here with Trevor, who I know you guys like more than me, on next Wednesday. Fingers crossed. I don't think I'm terrible, but a little unhinged. It's fine. Let's do a quick shout out to our team. Danielle, our candidate experience manager, you are incredible. Thank you so much for your help. Dom, what a great sourcer. Really appreciate you. Thank you for helping me identify talent. Patrick, our head of talent. I mean, what words do I have for you? I've never seen anything like it. Adriana, explain the joke. Okay, so it's an Instagram, TikTok thing, but it's basically this guy that's in a really nice car and he presses a button and something happens in the car and he's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And with his accent, he's like, oh, technologia. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. How would I get a job without commercial experience? Why don't you join one of our free calls? I'm wrapping up right now, but join one of our free calls. I would love to support you. Best live online. Randall, thank you so much. We're just keeping it spicy. We're keeping it real. Matthew, a pleasure. I'll talk to you in a couple minutes. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Happy to help. Yeah, good to see you guys. I'll chat with you later.